Every moment, he feared a wild animal or a deadly pit ahead. After some distance, he saw a faint light ahead, filtering through an opening above. His courage grew. As he moved forward, the crack widened. When he finally entered fully, his breath stopped. Before him lay a hidden valley. Tall mountains surrounded it, and direct rays of sunlight fell from above. In those rays, something glittered so brightly that his eyes were dazzled. Thick golden veins shimmered in the mountain walls, as if rivers of gold flowed through black stone. Large chunks of gold lay scattered across the ground. Salim rubbed his eyes and looked again. This was no dream, it was reality. He fell to his knees. Tears flowed from his eyes, not of sorrow, but of awe and gratitude. He bowed in prostration and said in a trembling voice, "O Lord, you opened the door of your mercy in a way I never even imagined." Realizing the sun was setting, he hurried. He removed his old woolen sack and began filling it with smaller, manageable pieces of gold from the ground. He did not touch the gold embedded in the rocks. In his heart, he said, "What Allah has given is enough." After filling 2 sacks, he tried to lift them. They were extremely heavy. With great difficulty, he dragged them back to the narrow crack and took them out one by one, thinking, "After trials come rewards, and Allah never disappoints the patient." Outside, the horse stood silently. There was a strange calm in its eyes, as if it already knew what lay inside. Salim tightly fastened the heavy sacks onto the horse's back and covered them with dry branches and wood so that from a distance it would appear he was simply carrying firewood as usual. Strangely, the horse did not complain at all. It neither bent its neck nor groaned. It stood straight, as if new strength had entered its body. Night had fully spread as they returned along the rocky path. But now the path no longer seemed frightening. Salim barely felt the pain in his injured leg. A light of hope had ignited in his heart, making every hardship feel small. First rays of morning spread across the sky. They reached the village. The market was already bustling. Shopkeepers sat outside their stores. Some were calculating accounts, others joking. Salim entered the market slowly in his torn clothes. At first, no one paid much attention. Suddenly, a man recognized him and shouted, "Look! The old man with the lame horse is back." The market erupted in laughter. "What have you brought today? Dry wood or a treasure of stones?" Someone mocked. Salim said nothing and stood in the middle of the market, a strange calm on his face. Suddenly, the horse shook its body. A corner of a sack tore open, and heavy pieces of gold spilled onto the ground. As sunlight fell on them, they shone like stars scattered across the earth. The entire market fell silent. The laughter vanished into the air. Eyes widened in disbelief. Salim bent down, picked up a shining piece of gold, and placed it on a trader's table. In a calm, steady voice, he said, "Today, I wish to buy this shop, and along with it, the respect you rejected yesterday." The market was frozen. Where there had once been contempt, now there was shock and greed. The trader who had insulted him the day before stammered, "Where did you get this gold?" Salim looked deep into his eyes and replied, "From where every person's provision comes, from Allah." He placed gold pieces on several traders' tables. Deals were completed within moments. Those who once thought him unworthy of even a rope now bowed before him. Yet pride never entered Salim's heart. First, he bought sacks of grain from the market and distributed them freely among the poor, widows, and orphans. People were astonished. Even after gaining such wealth, his heart hasn't changed, they said. Salim did not build a mansion. Instead, He replaced his broken hut with a small, strong house, one where travelers could rest. For the loyal lame horse, he built a clean stable at the edge of the village. He called skilled healers to treat its wounds and ensured it received good feed. Salim often sat beside the horse, gently stroking its head, smiling as he said, "You are not just an animal to me. You are a means of Allah's mercy." But the story did not end there. The traders who once mocked him were consumed by jealousy. One night, they gathered secretly. "That old man must have found a hidden treasure," one whispered. "If we find that place, we can extract 10 times more gold," another said. They decided to follow Salim the next day. At dawn, the greedy traders set out with strong horses and mules along the rocky path. Their faces were filled with excitement, but their hearts held no faith, only greed. As they went farther, the path grew harsher. Thorny bushes tore their clothes. They lost their way repeatedly. Where Salim's lame horse had guided him straight, they wandered aimlessly. The narrow crack never appeared. The mountains seemed to change, every rock the same, every path unfamiliar. By sunset, some horses were injured. Exhausted, ashamed, and defeated, they returned to the village. Now, they became the subject of laughter, not Salim. Salim used his wealth for everyone. He built a small school where children learned knowledge and manners. He had a deep well dug so no one would go thirsty. Food was cooked daily for the poor. Slowly, the village atmosphere transformed. Where there had once been hardship and contempt, now there was blessing and peace. People said it was the miracle of the lame horse. Salim would smile and reply, "No, brothers. It is the miracle of trust, trust that did not break until the very end." In the evenings, he would sit in the stable, stroking the horse's head, thinking, "If I had feared people's laughter that day, if I had not accepted this weak animal, would my fate have changed like this?" The horse was no longer weak. Good care had made it strong, but Salim never burdened it again. "You have done what you were meant to do," he would say. "Now serving you is my duty." The jealous traders, restless with greed, once asked him for the path. Salim took a deep breath and gently replied, "That path was not just of stones and mountains. It was the path of patience, of keeping the heart clean despite humiliation. A heart filled with greed can never open the door." Silence fell over the market. Years later, one evening as the sun set and the sky turned golden, Salim sat in the stable beside his loyal horse. He looked at the sky and smiled softly. "O Lord, you gave me patience in poverty and taught me gratitude in wealth." A few days later, he passed away. The entire village gathered. Every eye was tearful. No one called him rich, they called him kind-hearted. Even today, village elders tell children the story of that poor man who bought a lame horse and received a treasure in return. So friends, how did you like the story? Do share your thoughts in the comments.
वीडियो पसंद आए तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, लाइक और शेयर जरूर करें